Tazel says, I'm a student and I try to be perfect, but it's very exhausting. Okay, so you have large expectations of yourself. That's because we live in a system like that. Try to realize that that's more of other people's energy than your own. Yeah, perfectionism is really exhausting. Being perfect is connected to self-worth, of course, and trying to prove yourself. And when you prove yourself in the human design system, proving is connected to your heart. And if you try to prove yourself too much, it's like you're bench pressing a ton with your heart. Your heart is not meant to bench press. So put your hand on your heart and say to yourself, I don't have to prove anything. I have nothing to prove to anyone. How old are you, Tazel? If you're a student, you're like 20. That's so early. That's so early. 20, come on. Come on. I'm 30. I still, to this day, I read books. To this day, I find out my own bullshit. To this day, I take responsibility for things I've done months ago. There's no end to learning. And if you want to be perfect, it just means that you're rushing. You want to become an adult. That doesn't exist. Like, you're 20. If you think that me at 30, that I'm an adult, you have another thing coming. Being an adult is a myth. Being successful at some point in, like, being mature fully is a myth. You can come to 30 and start a new college. You can be 60 and start a new hobby. Like, don't go there so much. Like, cut yourself some slack. Probably if you want to be a perfect student, maybe it's your parents. They're also not perfect. So if your parents are putting this expectation on you to be a student, that's their task. The expectation, your task is to do your best, but not to the degree of your health. Because I think exercise is more important than college. Your diet is more important than college. Your mental health is more important than college. Your emotional health is more important than college. Your physical health is more. Your relationships, everything is more important than college, or your degree, or your money. Because you can be a homeless person, and you can be a ripped. You can be a fucking bodybuilder homeless person with the health of an athlete, or you can be sitting on mounds and mounds of money and houses, and your health, mental, emotional, physical health, can be in the toilet. And what's better? I'm gonna choose the dirty fucking homeless hippie that is fucking ripped and healthy in the head and healthy in the heart and in the soul, and knowing who I am and not proving myself to anyone, over academia, over status, over cars, over success by society's means. And I've read more books than most people anyway, so fuck all that. So just give yourself more space to learn. You're only 20, come on. Come on. Just detach from all of that. What does success mean to you? Go more into that. And you can repeat the mantra. And the mantra is, put your hand on your heart and just put your shoulders up high, 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 and I have nothing to prove. And then drop your shoulders. I have nothing to prove to anyone. I don't have to be like anyone expects me to be. I am my own person. I am my own person. And you know what? Nobody's perfect. Perfection is an illusion. It's good to strive. It's good to strive for things. It's good to trying to improve. Like, we all want to improve more and more and more. But not to the point where you crush yourself. where you like compare yourself to somebody, but not in a way to put yourself down. Never put yourself down. Never put yourself down. How are you so wise? Okay, a few things. I've read a lot. I've read a lot of books, like really immensely, a lot of books. I've done psychedelics. I've gone through. I finished college. I've had a lot of relationships, a lot of long-term relationships. Spent time trying to sustain them, trying to keep them. Had a lot of fucked up relationships that made me realize a lot of things about myself. I had a lot of friends that betrayed me because I was too real, and I called them out on their bullshit, and they couldn't take it. I've traveled a lot. I've lived in many different countries, started my life in many different countries. I went against my parents in a sense of realized their addictions and their trauma and actively went into resolving them. What else? Yeah, I'm not afraid of being a fool. I'm not afraid of trying different things and being perceived as ignorant or stupid or clumsy or yeah. So all these things combined. Yeah. I have endured a lot of pain. I have endured a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of bullying when I was a kid. So I've endured a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, but thanks to all of these things now, I can help others. I've been through a lot of bullshit, and I've recovered and put myself back together, and now I can speak about it. Yeah. Taisel says, that is true, I will consider your suggestions. Thank you so much. Kay says, is trying to find a balance between seeking to attain, yet remaining unattached to what comes next. Yeah, that's a good point. Seeking to attain, okay, that's the same. Yeah, wanting to improve, but not to, you want to improve, but not to prove. You want to improve, but not to prove.